네, 최근 우리 시장은 바닥을 모를 하락을 이어가고 있습니다. 이럴 때 그 길잡이가 되어주실 특별한 분을 모셨는데요. 이분은 세계 위기가 오는 것을 감지하고 이를 대비합니다. 이런 투자는 특히 위기의 빛을 발하게 되죠. 지금이 바닥인지 아니면 아직 바닥이 남아있는지 미래를 보는 짐 로저스, 그의 생각은 어떤지 만나보겠습니다. Nice to meet you, Jim. S&P 500 slipped over 20% this year, but you mentioned that this is just the beginning. To directly ask you, is the economic recession coming, or are we already in the downturn?
Well, some places are already in the downturn, but the recession hasn't started everywhere, but it's going to start. Don't worry. Look out the window. You'll see it coming by this time next year. You know, if there's peace in Ukraine, there will be a big rally, a sigh of relief, and that will be the last. That will be the end. And then we'll start going into recession and having a hard time.
So when will the significant decline in the economy start, and will it be related to the Ukraine war?
Well, if the war stops for whatever reason, it's a foolish war. All wars are foolish, but this is a foolish war. If it stops, the Russians, I don't see what they're getting out of it. I don't see what Ukraine's getting out of it. But if it stops, oil prices will come down, grain prices will come down. People will think inflation's okay. They'll think there's plenty of money around, which can go into other things. And there'll be a big sigh of relief, and there'll be a big rally, but that'll be the end. You should sell. When you call your parents, tell them to sell when that rally comes.
So we've already gone through a lot of downturns. What will the upcoming recession look like, and do you expect it to be long and painful?
We had a bad problem in 2008, 2009. You probably read about it because of too much debt. That problem because of too much debt. Well, since 2009, the debt everywhere has gone up a huge amount. So the next time we have a problem, it's going to be the worst in my lifetime. And I'm older than you, so it's going to be the worst in your lifetime too, because there's staggering amounts of debt out there. And we have to pay a price for it. We always have. I wish we could have some kind of magic and not have to worry about debt. Doesn't work that way.
So how long will the recession last for, and what will be the signal that it's the bottom of the recession?
The worst in my lifetime, which means it's going to last 2 or 3 years, maybe more. And it's going to be deep. A lot of companies will go bankrupt. Some countries will go bankrupt. And the signal for the bottom will be when there's gigantic despair everywhere, when people say, I am never, ever going to buy stocks again. When everybody you know says, never, ever, never buy stocks, then that's coming to an end. That you call to be on your program says, no, I don't want stocks. I hate stocks. Stocks are terrible. When everybody's calling you and saying that, or you're calling them, then you let me know, okay, because that will be the bottom.
So you're the legendary investor. If it's not an excuse, how is your recent investment going on in the bear market?
Well, it depends. I have a few shorts and, they're doing extremely well. I have a lot of cash, mainly US dollars, and the US dollar has been very strong, as you may know, this year. So some of the things are doing fine. I mean, some are going down, just about any stock you own these days is going down. But I've seen this before. I hope I don't panic. I hope I don't panic and say, oh, Ji-woon, never again am I going to buy stocks. If I tell you that, Ji-woon, you know it's the bottom.
You always tell people to invest on something you know, but investing is something you bet on the future. Likewise, you need to know the flows in the world and should know to look ahead. Which sector are you focusing on?
Well, I am more interested in commodities because there's going to be more inflation. And if you own the things that go up in price when there's inflation, you're okay. And that means real assets. That means copper, wheat, oil, corn. Those are the things that will go up. So I am more interested in buying real assets now. I'm not buying silver and gold at the moment. I own silver and gold, not buying them, but if I were buying something today, I would probably buy agriculture because agriculture has been a disaster for several decades. And that's got to change or we're not going to have any clothes. We're not going to have any food. And it is in the process of changing. So I would say the best thing that for people to invest in 2022, 2023 would be commodities, especially agriculture. Or maybe silver later. I'm not buying silver now. I own silver, but I will buy more silver.
So you mentioned to invest on agriculture. I must say there are a lot of categories. Could you narrow it down?
The best thing to do is buy some land and become a farmer. Now, I'm not going to do that. I would be horrible as a farmer, I'm sure. And I'm sure I would fail and lose everything. But if you really like being outdoors and hot and sweaty and dirty, buying land and becoming a farmer, you will be very, very, very rich in Korea or anywhere. So that would be the best thing to do. But then if you want to just buy, I would look at the agriculture and see what's most depressed. Sugar is very depressed right now, for instance, compared to its all-time high. But I would look and see what's most depressed, and then I would learn more about it, and I would buy whatever that is, whether it's sugar or wheat or whatever it happens to be. Not wheat, because it's not depressed. Maybe cotton.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. It was an honor. Hope to see you again.
It is my pleasure. I look forward to next time. I'm very, very keen on my business TV because of you.